Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video and go through this proposal. I am the Chief Communications Officer for XETA Capital, and I'd like to go through XETA Black. What is XETA Black? Well, first of all, we are on XETABlack.com. Feel free to go there and you can follow along with me. XETA Black is the first Web3 utility that bridges decentralized finance, which is DeFi as we know it. That's the cryptocurrency Web3 space that allows you to, in a decentralized fashion, participate in projects with an anonymity in a way in which you don't have to KYC. And it bridges traditional financial markets. And we are looking at high frequency trading, which we'll get into in just a moment, but feel free to go to XETABlack.com and look this over with me. So XETA Black works in a couple of ways. So first of all, XETA Capital is the umbrella company. XETA Black is our premier offering. And we have a couple of our partners, Gaxis Holdings and Equity, which is our brokerage. Gaxis Holdings is the wealth management partner that does the actual trading. And Equity is the brokerage we do for the trading. So what is the utility here? How does this work? Well, what XETA Black is, and we're going to get into how to actually participate so that it makes sense in just a moment, but we're just briefly touching over this. You can earn up to 30% per month or 1% a day by participating in XETA Black through either accounts or pools. And what happens is when you participate in XETA Black, on the back end, the funds are taken and they are invested in a high frequency trading fund that is traded on the Forex markets that has 5 different currency pairs, including gold. So, when we're looking at the projects that exist in cryptocurrency, there isn't anything with this type of utility and there isn't anything with the elegancy of Black. And what is unique about Black is there is no token, right? So a lot of projects have a token. The price skyrockets and then it crashes. That's not the case with Black. Black is a straight, simple, elegant, stable coin in, stable coin out. That's it. So it currently operates on the Avalanche blockchain under USDC. So therefore, you don't have to worry about a depreciating token. You don't have to worry about a token going up and crashing, sitting there watching a chart. All you got to do is participate. The trading's done on the back end and you're good to go. And you guys should have a packet that includes previous trading history, how the actual trading is performed, as well as some additional details as well. So if we come down here, we have 2 different ways to participate in Black. The first way is you can participate with a Black account. What is a Black account? A Black account comes in 3 different levels. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. Either $250, $500, or $1,000 in USDC. It lasts for 1 year. You can withdraw once per month, but it doesn't compound. But it is a sunk cost. Now, the reason we have this is because there are some people who they want something that's, kind of like a lower barrier to entry, right? They want something that is easier for them to get into. And you're going to see in a minute why Black accounts is a mechanism for people who don't have a lot of funds to participate, which may not apply to you, but I'm just kind of going over the whole gambit of the project. And of course, this image here gives you kind of an idea. Now you can click on all these images, by the way, and they will expand. But this gives you an idea of how much you could potentially make with a Black account. This is a $1,000 Black account. Okay, and there are some fees attached to it. But let's get into the pools. It's probably most likely what you're going to be interested in. So, Black pools are kind of the premier offering to this, right? So, what happens in a pool, and I will show you exactly how this works, is you have these different entry points for a pool. So if you had $1,000 and that's all you had, you could go into a $1,000 Black pool. You are capped at a maximum of 5% per month. That is the highest you could make per month. And $10,000 is 10%, $25,000 is 15%, $50,000 is 20%, $100,000 is 25%, and $250,000 is 30%. Now, with these, you maintain your principal, which is different than a Black account. It's a sunk cost with a Black account, but pools, you maintain your principal, which you can pull out after 90 days. So you have to leave your principal in there for at least 90 days, mainly because the way the trading works is that it's more effective if you allow your principal to actually stay in there for at least 3 full months and it can be traded and actually have a real impact. And what happens is these are automatically compounded. So if you say you just open up a $100,000 black pool, you make $1,000 in your first day, just as an example. The next day you would go into trading with 101,000. So it takes your profits, adds it to your trading balance, and goes back into trading. So therefore it automatically compounds on a daily basis. And you earn up to 25% in that pool, and of course up to 30% if you put in and buy a $250,000 black pool. So these are automatically compounding. If you know anything about compound interest, you know how powerful that can be. There are some fees. There's a pool creation fee, a monthly management fee, and a withdrawal fee. Very traditional, standard, like institutional base fees that you would see. And here's another example of what a $100,000 black pool would look like after a year. So you can click this to enlarge this as well. Let me zoom out just slightly. It's a big image. So you can see here 100,000, and this is not a guarantee of profits. This is not financial advice. This is not any kind of guarantee. Please be cautious of anybody guaranteeing anything. This is just showing at the rate that it's set at, the maximum cap per month at 25%. If you started with a $100,000 black pool, what would this look like in 1 year? With compounding, that's the key. Compound interest is the key, as you well know. Withdrawals and fees are not calculated in this example. Returns will vary based on member activity and market conditions. Member activity meaning how often you withdraw versus letting it compound. So you can see in 1 year this would be worth, this $100,000 black pool, $1.4 million with compound interest. That's the magic of compound interest. And here's another one. This is an example of a $250,000 black pool. Hitting the 30% per month would be worth $5.8 million in 1 year. Okay, so you can withdraw your profits after 1 month. So let's say you buy a $100,000 black pool. 30 days later, you can initiate the first withdrawal of your profits. It takes an additional month, up to 1 month to receive, because positions in the fund have to be closed out. They have to be hedged. They have to be converted back into crypto, manually reviewed for compliance reasons. So this can take up to a full month to actually receive. And of course, like I said, your principal, you can completely liquidate your position after 90 days if you wish. And if you wish to let it compound, then you just let it sit there. There's not a lot to do. This is a preview of the dashboard. We're going to get into that in just a moment. But check this out. You guys should have some trading data in front of you, how the trading works, the specific strategies. Not all of them, but most of the specific strategies behind the scenes. Again, this is trading Forex pairs, 5 different currency pairs on the Forex market, including gold. Now, again, in my opinion, there really isn't anything else that exists like this, because the uniqueness of direct access to an institutional grade high frequency trading fund utilizing Web3 cryptocurrency in a way that has no depreciating token. So there's no buy this token. You know, people pump the token up, and then after you bought, they crash it on you. None of that. None of that stuff. It's straightforward access to a high-frequency trading fund utilizing cryptocurrency. That's it. Nothing fancy. Just straight profits. So you can see right here at the very bottom, if you click Engine Start, or at the very upper right corner, you can click Launch App as well. So that's a brief overview of what XETA Black is. Please read this over, XETABlack.com. Let's go ahead and get into the actual dashboard by clicking Launch App up here on the right, and let me show you exactly how this works if you're wishing to participate. Okay, so getting into how this actually works if you're wishing to participate. If you click Engine Start on the main homepage or Launch App, you're going to be presented with this screen. So this is our nice automobile theme. But we're going to go ahead and move forward. So let's go ahead and click Engine Start. You'll notice it turns green when you put your mouse over it. On your mobile phone, you just would tap it, of course, as well. We'll say Connecting. It's going to ask you if you want to connect your MetaMask wallet. MetaMask, if you don't know, if you're not crypto savvy, all this is a crypto wallet that's unique to you, that connects to your browser or installs into your browser as an extension. And this allows you to interact with applications online. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and click Sign. Then you'll be presented with your dashboard. Now, I already have some activity in this dashboard. I've been testing this for a few weeks, a couple months, actually. It's been about 2 months now. So you'll see some activity in my dashboard. It's a little different than what yours will look like. Yours will say 0 up here. Your accounts will say 0. Let me zoom in just slightly. Your accounts will say 0. You won't have anything up here, but because I have some activity, I can show you some past history. So the top is where accounts are if you want to participate with accounts, and the bottom is where pools are if you want to participate in black pools. So again, just to kind of briefly touch about what an account is. By the way, you can click these little, this is really cool. I'll show you the amount of accounts you have. Flips around, that's really cool. So an account is, at least one account is required to access the pool. So you can buy any account you want, doesn't matter what it is. But some people want to play in the accounts and they don't really want to do pools, right? So the accounts will earn you up to 1% per day. So you may say, why would I go into a 30% black pool and I could just get 30% per month in accounts? Well, the reason is because accounts expire in 1 year, right? So if I come in here and I click Purchase XETA Black, you'll notice I can buy a $250, a $500, or a $1,000 black account. I can just type in here how many I want. 10, it'll be $10,000 with 2.5% fees and 2.5% per month and so on. And it'll give you some information about how it works down here. There are a lot of people that may just want to participate with this because they can kind of compound this over a longer duration of time. They don't have a lot of funds. Maybe 10,000 is all they have, and the 10% per month in the pools isn't that attractive, so they're going to come into this. They've done their math, and perhaps if they let this sit for a month and they pull the potentially 30%, which would be 3,000, they can come in here and buy 3 more of these in another month. And they kind of work their way up that way. Okay, now if you're not interested in that, no problem, but you need at least one of these in order to access the pool. So you could literally come in here and buy a $250 one if you want. Just buy that and you can move forward. And all of a sudden the pools become available. But let me show you the accounts real quick. I want to show you my accounts because I have 3 of them. I've had these for about 2 months, a little less than that. So I click Black Account Details. Now a primary difference in the accounts versus pools, and this is an important point, not just that the accounts expire in 1 year, they do not automatically compound, right? Whereas pools just compound automatically without you doing anything. If you let it sit there, they compound. Accounts, no, you have to actually withdraw once per month, and it takes up to a month to get it, but then, you're not gonna actually have like a compound trading position, right? Another very important point is that with accounts, you do not have access to your principal, so it's a sunk cost per account. So with a up to 30% monthly returns, it does take 100 days to fully ROI. And then everything after that is pure profit. So 2 different mechanisms. Accounts are, again, expire in 1 year, they don't compound, and they're sunk cost. Pools, you maintain your principal, they automatically compound, and they have a ability to be, just in my opinion, more powerful. But 2 different avenues for 2 different types of people, trying to accomplish 2 different paths really to the same location. So I just thought I would mention those very, very important points for you to know. You can see my accounts. So you can see I built this one on February 14th, 2023, the 27th and the 29th. That's why it says it expires in 2024. And you can see the earnings. Now this is the earnings since I last requested a withdrawal. That's why you may be saying, well, it's been 2 months, it's only $274. That's no, because I already requested a withdrawal after the first month. Matter of fact, you can kind of look around here. You can renew these individually if you want. It's a 2.5, actually it's $25, I should say, accounts are a little different, per month, regardless of the account you have. So obviously the $1,000 account is a value proposition better than the $250 or $500 account, since they all have the same fee structure. And if they fall out of date, you'll get a notice right here, and you can just pay them all at one time. So it'll tell you what's available for withdrawal. Nothing, because you can only withdraw once every 28 days. I've already requested one, so it says available in 18 days. Now you can see, again, right here, I have 3 $1,000 accounts. If I had some $500 ones, I'd see something here, and $250 would be right here. But I can look at my withdrawal history right here. So if I click this, this will come up. And you can see I have literally one that's due tomorrow. So I'll be getting this tomorrow, $275.92. I requested this on the 15th. It takes up to a month to receive because they're closing out positions inside of the high frequency trading fund. But you can see here, these have already been requested, pending, will be completed on these dates that are shown here. Of course, I'm recording this on April 11th, 2023. So this one will be available tomorrow. And these ones will be available on the 29th. And that's how accounts work. It's a little, a little more DeFi-ish, I will say, crypto-ish, but you need at least one in order to access the pool. So let's look at the pools. I think the pools is really more what we're probably interested in. This is the meat and potatoes right here. So with pools, they come in fixed amounts. So let's say you had $50,000 and you're looking to park these funds somewhere. The equities markets suck. The crypto markets are not so hot either. There's a lot of speculation out there. So where are you going to park it? Well, maybe you look over XETA Capital and you see, oh, this high frequency trading fund is very interesting. You should have some past performance history as well, by the way. And you like the utility that's being offered. So you decide to dive into this because you can still at least get your principal out after 90 days. So it's not like you're losing anything and any profits in the meantime. So that's really, really cool. So in this case, what you would do is you would click 50,000, right? Or if you wanted a $100,000 pool, click 100,000, 25%. This is your maximum estimated return per month, not per year, per month. Okay, these returns are very, very common in floor traders, high frequency trading funds in general, right? So even though it looks like a lot, it's just very, very common. And as a matter of fact, in the trading history that you should have in front of you in your proposal, you should be able to see these returns and how they're achieved anyway. So let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is show you. So we'll have a $100,000 pool instead of 50. Let's just bump it up a little bit. Create black pool. Now you have to have this in your wallet as USDC, USD coin. On the Avalanche blockchain, there are two different USD coins. There's a USDC and a USDC.E. The one you want is USDC, not the .E one. Okay, go ahead and look up how to set up the Avalanche blockchain in MetaMask. It's very easy. You just need some AVAX in your wallet in order to participate. Transactional costs, as they're called. But you'll see here, total USDC deposit is 100,000. We'll zoom in just a little bit again. And the fee is 2.5% upfront and 2.5% each month as a management fee. And that's based on the growing balance. So if you make 125K, it would be 2.5% of 125K and so on. Very standard institutional based fees. When you withdraw, it'll be 2.5%. Now the withdrawal fee will be taken out of your withdrawal. So if you are withdrawing 125,000 and your fee was 5,000, just as an example, then you would receive 120. It'd be held back, just as an example. So come down here and read this. Your black pool deposit will be immediately withdrawn from your attached wallet, which will be your MetaMask wallet, and will be visible in your dashboard within 1 hour. Please read and confirm your understanding of the following. You understand it to deposit into I won't read the whole thing. You can kind of read through this. It's basically what it's telling you is you need at least one black account. Those accounts are monthly fee of $25 per month, and then you can come into the pool. So again, you can buy any account. You can buy a $250 account if you want, but it just want to make sure you understand that, and you have to keep that account current. There is a 58-day grace period in case you don't pay your fees, but nonetheless. So once this is in your wallet, you would click I understand and agree, and you click purchase. I'll zoom back out a little bit here. And now MetaMask is going to ask you to enter a spending limit. You would click use default, and it'll default to what you need to enter in there, which is $102,500 because it's factoring in 100,000 plus the creation fee upfront. Then you would come down and click next, and then click approve. And then as this transaction is going through, you'll see right here it's spinning, okay, and you will come back to your dashboard and it will say, it'll have a red message at the top saying that the transaction is currently processing, and then within an hour, you will see your dashboard update with your pool, and then you are rocking and rolling. So let me show you what it looks like from a user's perspective who has had a $100,000 black pool for about a month, just to give you a taste of what that looks like, feels like, and how it functions. Okay, so this is a user who has a $100,000 black pool. They've had this since March 7th, 2023. And again, I'm recording this on April 11th, 2023. So more than a month. And you can see here that this user, not only do they have a $100,000 black pool, but it did hit the top 25%. Now you see 27.1%. The reason is because of the fact that this is beyond a month now at this point. Now, you can see that this user is going to browse around. He's going to show you his accounts. He has just a $250 account, exactly as I had shown you that you could do. Just one account, just to access to pools. And his pools, and here's his profits. This is after a month. This is a little more than a month, 27.1%. And this is inside of our high frequency trading fund. You can see here if you wanted to perform a withdrawal, here's what it looks like. So withdraw profits would be at the very top. or liquidate, a full liquidation. So liquidation of your principal means you are fully removing yourself from the position. That's principal and profits. Now that takes 84 days. I used to say 90 just for easy math, but 84 days for you to actually initiate a full liquidation of your principal and profit. If you wanted to withdraw profits, you click withdraw profits, and then you have the option of withdrawing 25, 50, 75, or 100% of your profits, as you can see in the middle of the screen, just below the 27,121.37. Now that $27,121.37 is his profit that is available to withdraw, and his 25% amount of that he has selected currently as an option is $67.80.34. So then it'll show the fees for that, so 2.5% fee to withdraw, and that is deducted from the amount, so it will show your final amount that you will be receiving. And if you were to withdraw 100%, it would show 100% right there, and it'd show you finally what you are receiving as well. So this is a $100,000 black pool. This is running for just a little over a month, and this one actually did hit the top tier of 25%. And it's currently at 27%. So at the moment, his pool is compounding, and it's going to just continue to increase until he chooses he wants to either withdraw or allow it to just keep compounding. He could also pull out and go into a 30% pool. And as a matter of fact, I can tell you in the month of trading for this individual, had he had a 30% pool, he actually would have hit the 30% top tier in that first month as well. So this is XETA Black. This is how this works. Go ahead and visit XETABlack.com. Check it out for yourself. And if you have any questions, of course, as always, you can visit XETABlack.com, like I just said. But you can reach back out to us using a direct messaging service through the Investment Network platform. Alternatively, you can reach out through our website, and I know that we will make ourselves available if you have any questions, you need to get on a call or book some time in order to ask anything specific that you want to know. But the cool thing is, because this is cryptocurrency, because this is decentralized finance, you can actually participate anonymously. So if this is something you just want to go into, no need to even get on a call unless you have some questions and there's some thoughts or feedback or concerns you have. Then of course you can reach out to us through the messaging service and the Investment Network platform, and we will do our best to take great care of you. So I hope this helps, and go ahead and check it out. XETA Black, the first DeFi and TradFi bridging utility in cryptocurrency and traditional markets. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.